Hey there, this is Rodney Walker, and I want to continue our conversation about what does it take to become a certified grant writer. Where do you go about learning this? How do you become one? Well, the good news is this. There are a lot of ways that you can learn how to become a certified grant writer. And I want to share with you some of the different options that you have. You know, it's good having options, and I want to explain the different options so that you can kind of see which one works the best for you. Now, here's what I want to say to you about that. Whenever you're thinking about choosing any type of learning, you want to ask yourself some really good questions. Yes, you want to ask not only the institution or the individual that you'll be learning from, but you want to ask yourself. Now, what do you mean by ask yourself, Rodney? Well, this is what I mean. You want to ask yourself, how do you learn best? And we all really learn differently. Some people learn better by being hands-on. Other people are really good at hearing information, and they're more audio in nature in terms of their learning style. Other people, you know, they are more visual. They need to see it, and if they can see it, they can be it. So you got to ask yourself, how do you go about learning best? And depending upon how you learn best is how you should go about finding the best place to help you to become a certified grant writer. Now, remember, there are different types of certifications. There are classes that you can be certified that you've taken certain information and you've acquired certain skills by taking the class. And they just simply give you the information. And then there are other programs that are more certification in nature, meaning that they have a criteria that they're going to be holding you up against, and you have to jump those hoops to make sure that you've actually mastered that information. So with that being the case, there are different types of trainings, certification programs, as well as those that are just training you on the information. In this video for now, I'm going to really be addressing the issue of how do you go about getting the training? How do you go about getting the information? And then in some other videos later on that I'll prepare for you, I'll go into more detail about the actual certification piece, and we'll take a look at that. But for now, let's talk about this piece right now. And let's look at the fact that when you're doing a certification, okay, when you're doing a certification, it's really important. And here's what's really important about that. You have different options. Here are those options that you want to consider. You can actually take a class, okay? Now, by taking a class, you can take that class online. You can also show up to a physical location. You got to know yourself and how you kind of learn best in that regard. But classes are a real viable option. When I first started out, as I told you the last time, I just kind of fell flat on my face by just kind of diving into the process, writing my own grant proposal. I wouldn't necessarily recommend that unless you are just super gifted in being able to just read information and to go at it. Okay, but for most of us, taking a class and having somebody give us some of the preliminary instructions can be really, really important. So classes are one option. Another thing is if you can actually go through an internship, okay? Now by an internship, I'm talking about somebody that's gonna take you under their wings for a period of time where you go, in essence, almost and either volunteer with them. Sometimes you may get fortunate and get a paid internship. Those are rare, but the bottom line is having somebody that works within an organization for a period of time to train you. So that's another way of being on the road to becoming a certified grant writer. The other thing that you can do is you can have someone that serves as a mentor. Somebody that you know that's already in the field that may do something similar. Maybe you're not working for that organization as an internship for a period of time, but maybe you've just got somebody that's gonna kind of take you underneath their wings. And if you found somebody to do that, man, consider yourself fortunate and very lucky in that regard, because those are a little harder to get as well, getting somebody to take you underneath their wing. The next thing that you can do, there's another way. You can also do an apprenticeship program, and there are grant writing apprenticeships where you actually serve over a period of time and learn the skill that way. And an apprenticeship, it's like you're working with somebody and they are helping you, and over a period of time, showing you the ropes. Now, what's the difference between an apprenticeship program and an internship program. Now, when you think about an internship program, a lot of times you're thinking about an organization such as a nonprofit that may exist, and that nonprofit that exists is going to be showing you the ropes about how they do their grant writing within their organization. And most of the time, you're kind of dependent upon the expertise of that person that's showing you in that organization. Now, they may or may not have been trained, okay? So they may be coming from job experience, just on-the-job experience, which could be valuable as well. But just know that you are kind of dependent upon that person's expertise, and they're going to be sharing with you. You know, remember, you can only learn what somebody knows, and they can only teach what they know. So that's one of the things you got to kind of consider. So you have the apprenticeship version, where you have somebody that's been doing this for a while, that you can learn from them based upon, again, their experience, their education, their skill, and their success. So that's another way. So you have the option of going to a class. You have the option of taking either an online class, could be a possibility. You also have some directed studies that you can do. There's some programs, classes that way. You also have the option of getting an internship, the option of doing mentorship with somebody that's going to work with you, and you have the option of doing an apprenticeship. These are some of the main ways that I've seen people learn this skill, and this skill puts them on the road to becoming certified. Because at the end of the day, remember, there may be an institution that will be giving the validation saying, yes, in fact, this person has met these criteria. Okay? This is what it looks like to be on the road to becoming a certified grant writer. And I hope this information is helpful. And remember, if you got questions, send me those questions so I can continue to help you in this area, because I want to see you achieve the goal that you have. And remember, at the end of the day, this is all about you. How do you learn best? What's going to be most effective for you in this process? Until we talk again, remember, be brave, be bold, and be brilliant, and always take charge.